What's up, everybody? Let me get all set up here. Make sure that I can see your messages so I can answer those questions and everything that you have. I'll give you just a second for everybody to get all logged in. I know there's been a lot of questions and a lot of thoughts. We've been getting some tweets and all that stuff and all the madness that's going on in the world. So I thought a YouTube live right here on the official Championship Wrestling YouTube page would be perfect to answer any questions that you guys might have. What's up, guys? Hey, post a message so I can actually see if I can see those comments. If you guys don't mind, send me something. Give me a 5-star emoji. Oh, yeah. There you go. Bree, what's up, Breezy? Man, I can't believe you're, 20 years old now? I'll give you guys just a minute to come on. I wanted to take just a second to come on YouTube Live. First of all, I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. What's up, Nathan Wallace? How are you? Thanks for joining me. If you guys have any questions, be sure to hit us up. Put those in the comments there. And I probably know what you're going to be asking. Here we go. Let me see the live chat over here. Very cool. Okay. Well, so anyways, usually on Thursdays, thank you, Matthew. Usually on Thursdays, I'm at Grind City Media Studios at FedEx Forum doing the Grind City Wrestling podcast. And as I'm sure that you guys have all heard, there's been a lot of stuff that's been canceled all throughout the world of sports. And so last night, while the news was going down about the NBA and the G League and all that kind of stuff, I did get a text that it was just precautionary reasons that we are not having the Grind City Wrestling podcast. So my goal was to do a YouTube live and actually talk wrestling with you guys, because that's what we do on the Grind City Wrestling podcast is we talk about the best wrestling we've watched all week. But then it's kind of turned and morphed into some other things to where I know you guys would probably have some other questions. So we could talk about wrestling, but then also I can answer your questions as well, because there's a lot of moving parts and things are changing very rapidly. So hit me up with some questions. If not, I'm going to talk about some professional wrestling. I know that there were already questions, probably 3 or 4 comments here in the last couple of minutes that were asking about the Championship Wrestling Birthday Bash and if it's going to be canceled. So let me start from the very beginning. First and foremost, this looks like a movie, right? We've all seen these movies, and it's just bizarre that all this has happened. Number 1 is the birthday bash, ? Hey, Destiny, how are you? I'm getting to that right now. So last night we got word that the NBA has put a pause on their season. My Maria, she is at the office right now, so she wasn't able to make it. I just left lunch with her at Kooky Canuck, and we were having some meetings out there. Of course, Kooky's one of our favorite places. But, I work for the NBA with the Memphis Grizzlies. They have put a stop on the season. They've suspended it. That doesn't mean they've canceled it. They're just waiting to see the proper moves and what they need to do league-wide that's best for everybody, the players, the fans, you name it, everybody that they interact with. They just want to make sure everybody's safe. And then the G League soon thereafter followed. So I'm the PA guy for the Memphis Hustle. Do you think WWE is going to cancel any events? That's a good question coming up. I'm going to hit that one too. But the way that the NBA and the G League and even USL Soccer with 901 FC, hopefully Maria is watching this, Destiny. Keep Dave Brown safe. I will keep Dave Brown safe. He needs to keep us safe. Will empty arena matches be a thing? I don't think empty arena matches are going to be a thing. I think that you might see some stuff move to the Performance Center, but I don't think you're going to see any empty arena matches. But the NBA and the G League have both suspended their season until further notice. I work for both of those companies and both of those leagues. And so basically at this point, I don't have a position there because we're not doing any more games. Also, how about the Redbirds? So there has not been any word on the Redbirds just yet, but MLB looks like that they are postponing their season as well. USL Soccer, they are not going to play for the next 30 to 45 days. I just mentioned MLB, NHL. So with all of that going on, You've got WrestleMania looming. And just a real quick story on that. It has not been canceled just yet. Just finished a presser with Arkansas governor. What's up, David? Governor have anything good to say? Wouldn't you like to be signed to the National Wrestling Alliance? Well, I am a co-owner and host of my own professional wrestling company. So if they'd like to bring me out for me to kick some butt, my Maria and I would love to do that. But WrestleMania, I was waiting to do this live stream to see if WrestleMania had been canceled, but there hasn't been any official word on that. It looks like SmackDown from Detroit tomorrow might be moved to the Performance Center going next year when it's in Los Angeles. Actually, myself and my Maria, we already had our flights. We already had our WrestleMania tickets. We were going to head out to WrestleMania and spend a whole week out in Tampa. And then there was a mandate, a no travel mandate from St. Jude. And Maria works with St. Jude, as many of you know. And so with that mandate of no travel, we're not able to go to WrestleMania. So we were planning the biggest party, the biggest WrestleMania party in the city at Dave & Buster's, and we still are. As long as the event happens, we will still have that. And of course, Dave & Buster's, they are being as safe as they possibly can with their clean gaming. So they're still open. So you've got the NBA, the G League, the NCAA, USL soccer. What's going on? How are you? I'm doing great. Just keeping up with all this news. MLB, it's just been a little bit of everything. But to get to the question, Kirby, the birthday bash, is it canceled? I am in constant communication with AutoZone Park and their staff. We are, 6 weeks away. So we're over a month out. We're all excited about it. AutoZone Park's excited about it. All the boys and girls that are a part of this event are excited about it. And we're still committed to April 25th until further notice. If there is anything that happens, the event will not be canceled. We will absolutely not cancel the event. If anything, the event could be moved. Now, at this point in time, the birthday bash is scheduled to go on just as it is on April the 25th. What if it rains? Rain, that's easy. We have the Home Plate Club inside AutoZone Park. It's an awesome, awesome room that has food, beverages, the whole nine yards. It even has a window overlooking downtown Memphis. So rain will not affect us at all at the birthday bash. And so far, the coronavirus and all the scare has not canceled or postponed the birthday bash. We're still a little ways out, and it could happen. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's not going to happen. It absolutely could happen, but it has not happened yet. So it is business as usual. Go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com to get your tickets. VIP tickets are limited. So get those while you can. They come with a full hour of a VIP meet and greet where you can meet and interact with all the stars that are going to be there, legends, AEW stars, NWA, the whole nine yards. And also it comes with a ringside seat. So go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com for that. There's a couple of questions here. What if it rains? Rain will not affect us. Yes, chant. Yes, yes, yes. We are on as scheduled. I'll keep you guys posted if anything happens. SmackDown will move from Detroit. I have heard that they are going to do SmackDown at the Performance Center. Now, I did not see NXT just yet. It's on my DVR. I got to watch that. So I don't know how it looked at the Performance Center, but I imagine it looked pretty cool. Wondering about that before getting tickets. Bree, you don't have to worry about anything. If you do get tickets and the dates move, that's fine. Of course, those tickets will be good for that, but you will not have to worry about this event being rained out. We've got a great indoor facility, but my ultimate dream and the look that I want is, gosh, man, how Memphis would it be just to have AutoZone Park and that whole scene in the background of the Championship Wrestling Birthday Bash presented by Pro Shingle. And a big shout out to our guys over at Pro Shingle. If you're in the Mid-South area and you need any home improvement work done, do us a favor, man. Call them 901-258-6503 or proshingle.com. At least let them give you a bid on it, because I promise you, once you deal with them and you call them first, you won't want to call anybody else. Just ask Dave Brown. All right, so I'm just looking here. How are you and Maria doing? Charlie, we're doing great, man. We're doing great. We've actually got a couple of days off because of all this madness. Let's see, what else? Like your belt. Oh, that's the Grind City Wrestling Championship. There's only 2 of those in the entire world, and I have one of them. And on the reverse side has a ton of autographs at guys who have come out to the Memphis Grizzlies games and performed with Grind City Wrestling. Kirby says, I have my ticket already online. Well, man, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Kirby. You are going to have a blast. Darby's brother. Oh, that was a joke. I got it. Kirby Allen and Darby Allen. Okay. Do y'all have enough hand sanitizer and toilet paper? Matthew, thank you so much for asking. I think we're all good on hand sanitizer and toilet paper, but I will tell you that hand sanitizer is very hard to find. So if you see it out there, you definitely need to jump on that. The Midnight Express rivalry with the Rock and Roll Express is the greatest tag team feud. Hey, it could be the greatest tag team feud. What's really cool is those dudes are my friends. So not only was I a kid watching that happen, but then I was able to be in the ring with a lot of those guys too. Yeah, they're definitely running out everywhere. But yes, just to reiterate, the Championship Wrestling Birthday Bash on April 25th is still scheduled for April 25th. If that changes, then we will let you know who will be wrestling this year. At which wrestling this year, Kirby? If you're talking about the birthday bash, man, go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com and then you'll see the entire roster at the bottom. At the VIP, you've got WWE Hall of Famer Coco Beware, superstar Bill Dundee, the legendary Dave Brown, King Cobra, who pinned Jerry Lawler back in 1989 at Mid South Coliseum. He was the first Black World Heavyweight Champion here in Memphis, the Unified Championship. He won, so he'll be there. Of course, Marco Stunt will be there from AEW. Peter Avalon, he's going to be there from AEW. There'll be a couple NWA guys. There's some fun stuff coming up too. So if you get in town early on April the 24th, that's a Friday, we're all going to be at Kooky Canuck filming a special segment for CW30 where the cocky Canuck, D-Man Dan Parker's going one-on-one with the Cucamonga Challenge, which is a 7.5-pound burger that you have to finish within 60 minutes. If you finish it within 60 minutes, you get your plate, autograph, and your face on the Wall of Fame, which is pretty cool. So that'll be a little special that we do out there at Kooky Canuck. Matthew, don't shush me. Shh. If you had a chance on forming a tag team stable, who would be in it? It's funny that you mention that because there's a hashtag search for Spears. Have you guys heard that? Let me just ask you guys. If Sean Spears, the perfect 10, is looking for a partner, then wouldn't two 5-star athletes equal a perfect 10? That's something we need to get in AEW's ear. They know how to get in touch with me. Over 7-pound burger. That's exactly right. It was just, don't even ask me. I can eat their regular burgers. I can even eat their double, but I'm not eating the King Cucamonga. I believe it has 14,000 calories. And I want to say that you would have to do high intense interval training for 25 hours or so in order to burn all those calories out, or you'd have to ride a stationary bike or something for 17 hours or whatever. There's some statistics on it, but it's 14,000 calories, and we'll see if D-Man can finish that within 60 minutes. This week on Saturday, of course, Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle will be on the air, CW30, and right here on YouTube premiere at 12 noon, and it's PP3 Finals Blockbuster Part 1. The card's absolutely loaded. It's just as unpredictable as anything, and I want you guys to pay attention to the main event. We have two of the biggest, baddest tag teams, Vermin and the Wolf Zaddies, going head-to-head in a big grudge match, and I can't give any spoilers. You know I hate spoilers, but pay attention to that main event. Something big could happen. 2 5s can make the Super Mario perfect star. What? Speaking of Super Mario, that's a perfect segue because in conjunction with the Championship Wrestling Birthday Bash, we've actually got a new tag team partner in our friends over at Nerd 901. So Nerd 901 on March 20th. So mark your calendars. If you're in the market or out of the market, it does not matter. Championship Wrestling and Nerd 901 are tagging up together to help benefit the big brothers and big sisters of Mid-South. So it's going to be a live stream. Write this down. It's twitch.tv/nerd901. And it's going to be from 8 p.m. to midnight. That's a Friday night. There's going to be board games. Myself and Maria will be there. Shout out to Ryan J. Barber on Twitch. He'll be there. Ernie the Blurred, you got to see him. He'll be on there. He's got a YouTube show that's fantastic, man. You got to check that out. But we'll be doing board games and taking donations. Those donations will be donated in the form of an experience to send mentors and mentees to the Championship Wrestling Birthday Bash on April 25th. So you guys can take part in that. A simple donation of if even $5 would help send the mentors and mentees out to the Championship Wrestling Birthday Bash. And let me give you some statistics here. There are over 300 mentors and mentees here in the Memphis area, with about 120 kids on the waiting list. So if we do a bang up job, not only will we be able to send the mentors and mentees, but that 120 kids that are on a waiting list, waiting for a mentor and waiting on experiences like this, you'll be able to help send them to the birthday bash as well. Let's see. How many wrestlers are on common roster for Indie League Company back in the territory? Oh man, that could depend. If you watch our Championship Wrestling program, you will see that you'll have guys coming in and out, like Royce Isaacs. He dominated for a really long time. Now he's signed exclusive. Well, maybe not exclusive, but he's signed with NWA. Scorpio Sky. He has major history on Championship Wrestling. He had his farewell match here not too long ago, a couple of months back. You can check that out right here in the archives on our YouTube channel. But he signed with AEW. You've got Kathy Campanelli and Johnny Quasto from the commentary booth. They're on NXT now. So you constantly got guys coming in and out. This week, NWA television champion, the outlandish Zicky Dice, he's going to be on the program. He's going head to head with Jordan Clearwater, who was this close to making it to the finals. I was really pulling for you, Jordan. I wanted you to beat up Ray Rosas. And speaking of Ray Rosas, I hope the birthday bash. I would actually prefer to push it forward, make the birthday bash happen faster so I can get my hands on Ray Rosas a little quicker. Bring back the territories. We're doing our best, man. Got television back in Memphis. And this Championship Wrestling Birthday Bash, it's very, very important for all the wrestling fans to support the Birthday Bash, because once you guys show up and show out at AutoZone Park, I promise you there will be more television tapings in the Memphis area. It's really cool that Championship Wrestling does a lot of charity and community work. Keep up the solid effort. Wrestling will save the world. Matthew, thank you, man. You know, we're a part. Of course, we work with St. Jude. Nerd 901 actually did a benefit and fundraiser for St. Jude and Le Bonheur, and those guys have been our friends for so long. It only made sense to partner up with them to help benefit Big Brothers Big Sisters of Mid-South, which myself and my Maria will be hosting the sports ball again this year. And we did last year, and it was absolutely fantastic. We love it. And every year, we're a big part of the Real Men Wear Pink campaign, American Cancer Society, Battle of the Bras, where I promise I wear a bra only twice a year, once to promote the event on television and the second time at the actual event. So you guys check that out. There's some highlights out there. It's a pretty good time, and they raised, gosh, $100,000 in one night or more. Dustin, what wrestling moves hurt the most? I would have to say choke slams, rock bottoms, and some power bombs. Those are three I don't care for. And one of the reasons is you have the guy standing flat-footed, and when you're taking a bump, it's like plop. I mean, it's definitely finishing maneuvers. I'll tell you that. I don't want to kick out. Matthew with the howdy. All right, so you have PP3 Part 1 coming up this week. It's Saturday. Nerd 901 live stream is on March the 20th. That's twitch.tv/nerd901. Also, for those of you who are in the Memphis market and you watch local Memphis television, on Local 24, myself and my Maria will be hosting live television on Local Memphis Live next week. I know on the 16th and 17th. And then also I'll be in the house tomorrow as well. With Michael Jai White. He's going to be there. And also Nerd 901 is going to join us on the program too. And I'll be out there at the studio tomorrow. And then on Saturday, there's an Evolution Summit Part 3 featuring Michael Jai White. And I don't have any updated information on that event. As far as I know, it is taking place. We just have to make a decision if who's going to be there or what exactly is going on. What is it? Do we have somebody at the door? Winston. That's Bruno, Winston, and Sweet Daphne out in the barking in the background there. We will do more live chats. I've been wanting to do more live chats here on YouTube. I just got to know that you guys are interested, man. If you send out the questions and everything, dogs with the run in, yeah. Hey, come here, Bruno. Come here, buddy. Let me show you guys. This is downtown Bruno Sammartino. Oh yeah, hey, buddy. He has been a blessing. We adopted him from a family that just really couldn't take care of him. So here's our first guy. And then come here, Dad. Come here. Now this is Sweet Daphne. We got Sweet Daphne, and she actually is deaf. The best dog in the whole wide world. She never gets spooked. She doesn't bark a whole lot. Not the typical Chihuahua. I know some of you guys probably don't like Chihuahuas just based off what you hear about them. Live chat. Do you match up with? What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means. Kirby, do you match up with? Yeah, Bruno definitely wants some camera time. Shout out to 5-star fan cam Fred. Hey guys, if you want to see more matches from myself and my Maria, where we wrestled Jeff Jarrett, Billy Gunn, The King, we beat up handsome Jimmy Valiant. I'm just thinking of all the stars that we've wrestled against. Hurricane Helms, Cowboy James Storm, one of my favorite opponents. You can go to 5-star fan cam right here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave some comments in there, man. It's fun. A lot of old school wrestling footage. Chris Masters. I wrestled Chris Masters at the very first Global Force Wrestling event in Jackson, Tennessee. That was a lot of fun. Who am I matched up with on April 25th? Oh, man, of course, I'm matched up with Ray Rosas. So if you guys go back to Red Carpet Rumble Part 3, myself and my Maria were a surprise entrant in the Rumble. And like I said, that's not a spoiler. That happened in September, but I haven't had a chance to get my hands on Ray Rosas since then. So at the Red Carpet Rumble, he put his hands on Maria. Of course, that didn't do set too well with me, and it ended up costing me to get eliminated. The elimination's fine, you know. That's what it's all about, is being eliminated and being thrown over the top rope. Cool. But putting your hands on my wife, my best friend, uh, gosh, that's not cool, man. And so I'm gonna have to beat up Ray Rosas right there in the heart of downtown Memphis. And I'll tell you, man, I might be upset about it, but my Maria is even more upset about it. So I would expect to see some Slap City from Ray Rosas. 5-star going over. That's a spoiler. Yeah, I guess so. Did I break the master lock? Oh, you know it. No, I didn't break the master lock. Wasn't in my cards that day, but that match is actually on 5-star fan cam as well. I'll take a couple more questions, man. This has been pretty cool. We've been going about 23 minutes, and I didn't even know it. We had a run-in from my dogs. Just to give a quick update of what I was talking about at the very beginning when I got on here, there's been a lot of cancellations and sporting events. It's all for the safety of not only the fans, but the players, the staff, and everybody. These things have not been actually canceled. They've just been put on hold for everybody's safety, and then formulate a plan as far as moving forward. How many fans are in the studio? So in our studio, we actually do not have a live audience in the studio. That's something. We don't have the ring in the studio. If you're talking about at the Ocean View Pavilion out in California, where Championship Wrestling from Hollywood takes place, Destiny, what would you say? Probably 200 to 300 people fill the studio. I know at Red Carpet Rumble, man, it was even more packed than that. They even had ringside seats. Yeah, MLB just canceled spring games. That's going to affect the Memphis Redbirds. I can promise you. USL also suspended their play for the next 30 days. That's soccer. That's 901 FC. And shout out to those guys, man. They are killing it. It was good to see all the boys at FedEx Forum the other night, and I just hate that their Saturday game, it doesn't look like it's going to happen if play is suspended. So that won't happen. But if you haven't been out to see the soccer, man, it's really fantastic. But back to wrestling. Not sure about WrestleMania. Standing by, waiting on that. But our Dave and Buster's watch party is officially on until further notice. Dave and Buster's have taken all the proper precautions from the CDC in order to keep their environment clean for everybody and safe for everybody. 150 people. Yeah. Sometimes they do better than that, depending on who's there. You know, when the NWA's in town or they have a hot star in town, it does better than that. Cody was out there, I believe it was last year. Yeah, definitely come watch live. Myself and my Maria look forward to being back out in Hollywood too, and we'd love to meet you out there, Destiny. And hopefully, we'll meet you in Memphis first. That'll be really cool. Can you guys get a studio in Tennessee? Uh, Yeah, I mean, we're in a studio in Tennessee. It's just the way that the studios are nowadays is they're very, very sleek. They're much more sleek. They don't have enough room for a wrestling ring. And the ones that do, you have to imagine the insurance liabilities and everything that the television station has to take on. And a lot of times they're just not interested in helping produce the wrestling show or be a wrestling show. They want to air a wrestling show. Um, but that being said, just so you guys know, the goal is to ultimately record championship wrestling from Memphis. So this is step one. The birthday bash on April 25th is still on. We haven't had any discussions about canceling. I'm in constant communication with the higher ups at AutoZone Park with the Redbirds and the soccer and all that good stuff. We're still many, many weeks away. We're over a month away. So there's plenty of time. Everybody's still super excited. They're excited about coming to the hotbed of professional wrestling, for all the classic glory days and bringing them back right here. They're all excited about being in Memphis, and we're all still committed. All the talent is still committed. Everybody is still committed and excited about it, and you will hear it here first. And be sure to follow at CW30 Wrestling on all forms of social media, and we're going to keep you posted on that. But the birthday bash has not been postponed yet. Let's see. I've got a couple more questions here. Yeah, Red Carpet Rumble was packed. Do an evening chat. Maybe I'll come back on later this evening. Maybe there will be more people. Actually, I thought people would be tuning in from their desk or wherever they're working right now. Shout out to Derek in Indiana. The Cool Nerd. What's up, man? Shout out. From Hollywood. You've got some stars from NWA that's going to be there. You've got stars from AEW is going to be there. And Mertes. Mertes, I can't say it like he does, but he's going to be on Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle this Saturday, and he has a special message on behalf of Reyes Customs, the sponsor that's helping bring him in. Shout out to all of our sponsors. But Mil Mertes is going to be on the program this week, and he'll have a special message, easy for me to say, for the fans of Memphis, Tennessee that will be at the birthday bash. Thank you. I know how to pronounce it. Mertes, but I'm trying to say it like Mil. When you see his promo, Mil Mertes, Lucha Underground. I did that. Who's wrestling on April 25th? So the confirmed match so far is myself with my Maria versus Ray Rosas. That is the only confirmed match, but we will have more matches going to be announced in the next coming weeks. Watts will be in the house defending his Heritage Championship. The tech Marco Stunt will be in action. Peter Avalon's going to be in action. Gosh, the list goes on and on and on. It's going to be unbelievable. Andy Kaufman would have loved to cut a soap promo for coronavirus. That goes without saying. Oh my gosh, trouble for coronavirus jokes coming up. That's from David Owens. Speaking of David Owens, your Twitter's killing me, bro. Let's see. Going to try to make it to the show on the 25th. I love the Squid Grizz and Hawks mascot this past Saturday. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So Grizz hit Harry the Hatter FedEx Forum at the Grizzlies game last week. It was awesome. Also, Grizz will be at the birthday bash. And of course, Rocky the Rockin' Redbird from the Memphis Redbirds. He's going to be at the birthday. Man, get your VIP tickets now. Sell out. There's limited ringside seating too. James says, hey, Dustin, big fan. Thanks, brother. Oh, birthday bash coincidentally takes place close to Destiny's birthday. That's awesome. We could all celebrate birthdays together. So this will be cool. Check this out. So on April 24th, we're going to be at Kooky Canuck doing a special television taping on CW30 with, for the people just tuning in. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Absolutely free. Come out and be a part of that. Meet the boys, hang out with the wrestlers and all that kind of stuff. And then on April 25th from 12:30 to 1:30 is the VIP meet and greet. Everybody that you see on the card is going to be at the VIP for a little special meet and greet at their sponsored tables. And then 2 p.m. is bell time. and we're going to tape 3 weeks worth of television. It's going to be a 3-week blockbuster, just like PP3, just like Red Carpet Rumble, but it'll be the Birthday Bash 3-week special. And man, it's going to be absolutely loaded. You can't miss it. Then at 6 p.m., there's a baseball game. So if you hang out for baseball, there's going to be the biggest fireworks in this happening that night after baseball. There will be wrestling sprinkled in throughout the baseball game with a big match happening after the fireworks. And then at 10 p.m., that's going to be a long day. At 10 p.m., the official after party is right down the street. It's within walking distance on Beale Street. It's at 10 Roof Memphis. And if you have your proof of purchase from your ticket stub or cell phone or whatever the case may be, if you have your proof of purchase from the Birthday Bash, you're going to get in 10 Roof absolutely free to party with the guys and hang out at the hottest spot in downtown. I'm a big gym coordinator. Used to work easier week. I'll give a beer, coronavirus, whatever you want. Questions about wrestling. Also, I asked you guys what the best wrestling you watched all week was, and I had some people say NWA Circle Squared, which I'm a fan of. I'm a big fan of NWA Power. Power is my jam. Can't wait for it to come back. But I do like the concept of NWA Circle Squared. I think Eli Drake might have had a little bit of other things on his mind that he just didn't say. It looked like he was being a babyface instead of healing out on him. I did love Britt Baker's promo. Britt Baker's did you know that she's a dentist, by the way? She's one of my favorite characters on AEW right now. My stream is not lagging on my end, so if you guys are lagging, I'm not sure if that's me or not. Will there be NWA stars? Yes, David Parker from NWA. He's going to be there as well. And stay tuned. There might be some more announcements. That was NWA. I love WWE developmental out at FCW. And if you didn't watch the FCW documentary, check it out. But me and Lance became friends because that Vince McMahon loved his beard. And so that's why he got called up. One of the reasons, but it was just a funny story that like Vince liked his beard and that's why he got called up. And there was probably other reasons too, but that was one of the things that we laughed about. Was like, oh my gosh, don't ever shave. British Bulldog going Hall of Fame. One of my favorite wrestlers. I really do like Davey Jr. as well. I worked with him too. But shout out, that's awesome. I love seeing Boy Smith actually. Off here, I'll try. Like is on Memphis.com. If anything changes or if anything happens, but as of right now, the Championship Wrestling Birthday Bash is still a go. Oh yeah, and it won't be canceled. That will be beyond our control. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Follow us at CW30 Wrestling, and I'll talk to you guys later.